If somebody has hurt you, if somebody has harmed you, and you just wish for everything in you that they would just say they're sorry, but they haven't, that today would be the day that you let it go because it's what's best for you. And if you're a person who can relate with me and you've done some really bad things to people, and you're carrying that weight and that shame, maybe today's the day that you get to let that go because you were created for better than that.
So we met back in 2006. I was a police officer, had started as a really good police officer and quickly became a very bad police officer. Jamel was an innocent citizen, and by the end of the day that we first met, he was locked up with the charges of possession of crack with intent to deliver in a report that I falsified. I completely lied in the report. He gets a 10-year federal prison sentence.
And that was a struggle for me to let go of my hurt and my pain. And ultimately, I let it go and things started to change drastically for me.
So in 2008, December 2008, I ended up getting indicted by the FBI. And then in January 2009, I plead guilty. In February 2009, Jamel got out, all as a chain reaction, if you will, of me coming to and wanting to tell the truth about what I had done.
And from that point on, it's just been progressing and getting better. And our relationship now is professionally, we travel around all over the country speaking on reconciliation and forgiveness.
Yeah, so I mean, we've learned with reconciliation, there's really 3 steps. There's the apology, that I owed him an apology, that was my part. There is so much power in apology, but that's not reconciliation, that's just an apology. Then you have forgiveness, that Jamel was sitting in prison, beating people up, thinking they were me because of the bitterness he was holding on inside. And he needed to forgive, not for me, but for him.
Now the forgiveness part of it is, it's a road that's hard, but it's necessary. It's definitely necessary. Forgetting about the situation, a lot of people say it's better to forgive and not forget, but I say, for me, I forgot it all, because I gave it all away. Even when I'm mad or angry, I don't revisit that situation and bring it back current, because that situation for me is done, it's over with. Once you decide to make that step to let it go, let it go.
Okay, if you have forgiveness and you don't have an apology, you don't have reconciliation. The reconciliation comes when the two come together and say, I got the apology, you got the forgiveness, now what? Now what do we do? And we step into each other's lives, and it's hard for Jamel to be a monster if I'm with him. And now I see him with his child, I see him with his mom, I see him with his family, I hear about the struggles they go through, and they're a lot like the struggles I go through. And all of a sudden I'm seeing him as a man, not as a man who I've harmed, I'm just seeing him as a man. That's where reconciliation comes in. Our forgiveness and our reconciliation story impacts not just us, but it impacts the community, right? So all of a sudden when things are no longer just about you, it has more impact. It's easier to let go. It has a chain reaction, if you will.